be doing a shoe review today. I have 5 different pairs of sneakers that are pretty much recommended to everybody and anybody that works 12 plus hours or are on their feet all day. I have worn pretty much all of them to the hospital at some point. I pretty much already have my thoughts together on which ones are my favorite and which ones are my least favorite. So I really wanted to share that with you guys. We're going to be ranking them also. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get into it. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Hoka Bondi 7s. These are beautiful, cute little shoes. I used to have so much trouble with foot pain at the end of my shifts in clinical. I had the 12-hour plus shifts in clinical that some people may not have had because of COVID, but I was lucky enough to do that, but unlucky enough to realize that normal shoes really do not work for me. I was always in so much pain. I used to feel like I had bruises on my feet days after I had gone to clinical. It was just horrible. I was so scared to start my actual job as a nurse because I just did not have shoes that worked for me until the Hoka Bondi 7s. Everything that people say about Hokas is true, but I have to say, you need to get the right model. I had actually bought the Hoka Clifton 7s and those dug into my feet so bad. I felt like I had really horrible calf pain with those, but the Bondi 7s completely gave me different vibes entirely. A lot of people say that these guys are like walking on clouds. I have to say they're like walking in foam bricks, which is basically what they are, but I would like to compare it to sort of the Victorious episode where Kat Valentine is in like a psych ward and she's like surrounded by cushion, but she has these like foam blocks on her hands. That's what this feels like, just on your feet. And it's kind of something to get used to because it's also very high. So it kind of makes you feel a little clowny. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of makes you feel a little clowny. I really love that these are available in wide because not only do I have really bad feet at the end of long shifts, but I also have bunions. They hurt sometimes if I'm not wearing a wide enough shoe. And these guys, honestly, they really help with that. I would say that Hokas are already pretty wide in of themselves. So if you have a narrow foot, they might not be your favorite things. They might be a little overboard, but if you are a wide footer or if you just really, really need that cushion throughout the day, these shoes, I gotta say, are my favorites, and I am going to be putting these at number 1. Let's go ahead and move into the next shoe that I'm going to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Brooks Glycerin 19s. These are pretty nice. I am putting these at the number 2 spot just because I really feel like the Hokas just do something to my feet, and these are really nice. I love the cushion that's like around the ankle here. It's like almost a gel-like cushion. It's super awesome. I really do not like any of the colorways in the Glycerin 19s. I got these black and pink ones, and I don't know. I wish the Brooks would give us some cute colors. Like this is nice. It's nice, but it's nothing that like somebody would look at and compliment you on, you know? So Brooks, can you come out with some cute colorways of this? I really like the laces. They have the cute little pink aglet at the end. The cushion is also super nice. I feel like the pain that I have at the end of the day is maybe like a 15%. So if the Hoka One One ones are a 10%, these are about a 15%, maybe a little bit less. They're really, really comparable. I think I'm just being picky. There's something, I don't know, I wore these for the first shift that I ever had, and I did have some mild foot pain when I got home. I felt like I needed to be wearing shoes to not feel that pain, but whenever I wore the Hokas for the first sort of round of shifts, I didn't feel like that foot pain was as bad after the first day. So that's the only reason I'm putting this at 2. I don't feel like the foot pain is horrible by any means. I just feel like if you're comparing the two, I do think that these come in second. It's a super comfortable shoe and so many nurses wear Brooks. I see them all the time. I really think that the Glycerin 19s are the way to go. I actually got these in an 8.5 wide because apparently they run a little bit small. So I would 100% recommend actually trying these on in store before buying them. But yeah, still a really good shoe and still a shoe that I'm gonna wear all the time. Coming in to the number 3 spot, I actually have 2 shoes to show you guys because I feel like they're pretty equal in the pain department. I'm going to be talking about the Adidas Ultraboost 21s and the New Balance 1080 V11 Fresh Foam shoes. These guys I feel like are pretty comparable. If you've ever tried on an Ultraboost, you probably know how comfortable they are. I use these during my clinical and my foot pain decreased like dramatically. So I really love this shoe. I will just say that I honestly think that the Brooks and Hokas do a better job at the foot pain situation. So these are super nice to sort of just wear as a casual day shoe. I will wear it as a workday shoe if I need to. Maybe like my Hokas or something else will be dirty. I would probably reach for these. But because they're white, I don't really want to ruin them with baby vomit or blood. So I really love these, although I don't know how much I'd be wearing them to work. And then I have the New Balance Fresh Foam shoe. These are the 1080 V11s. I heard that the 1080 V10s are pretty much the exact same shoe, and you might be able to find those on sale, but unfortunately I wasn't able to, so I just decided to buy the V11s. I got these in an 8.5, and I kind of wish that I would have gotten them in an 8.5 wide. If you are looking for running shoes that are not Adidas and not Nikes, I highly recommend sizing up half a size just because people say that running shoes like these tend to run a little bit smaller, and in general, most runners tend to go up half a size than their usual. So if you're buying a running shoe, just kind of keep that in mind. I do really like these. They were probably the most comfortable shoe that I had put on when trying them on in store. But when I actually wore them to work for my shift, they were not my favorite, and I really think it's just because of the noise that they make when I walk. They're not uncomfortable by any means, but I do wish that the sort of ankle area had as much cushion as the Brooks, as the Hokas, even the Adidas Ultraboost have some like cushioning in the ankle there. These do not, but the level of comfort that these bring me are pretty much equivalent to these, so I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference. However, that noise that it makes when I walk is just like so weird. It's almost like a trotting noise. If heels were to have like foam underneath them, I feel like that's what that would sound like. I'm just not a huge fan of that noise. I feel like you could hear me walking from a mile away, but again, they are really comfortable and they are a shoe that I'm going to put into my rotation. So that's my review of these guys. And then my last review, unfortunately, is the Asics review. That is not a good one. Because I have the bunion problem, Asics are way too narrow for me, like way too narrow for me. And I know that I'm not the only one that has complained about this, because I've definitely read some reviews where people say that this shoe specifically, the Gel Excite 7s, have a very tight upper that almost like numbs your toes if you're wearing them for a really long time. And I've tried like unlacing the shoe and making them like wider. It just doesn't work, and I don't know why. I really wish that these would work for me because I know how many people love Asics, and again, it's a shoe that I see all the time at work. I know my nurse educator wears Asics. I know that I see them all the time just walking in the hall, and they always look so cute because they have really cute colorways, but they just don't fit my foot okay. And again, like, I don't know, they're just so narrow. I did get these in an 8, and I'm thinking maybe if I would have gotten them in an 8.5, it would have been good. I will say that I think that the main pro of Asics is that they're the least expensive. I'm pretty sure they're the least expensive depending on the shoe. The Gel Excite line seems to be one that a lot of people really like. I really just don't think that I'm going to be leaning towards Asics for my future work shoes, unfortunately. I really wish that these would work for me because they are super duper cute. They have like this hollow logo design on them and they're pink. They're adorable. I really, really like these shoes, and honestly, I wear them if I don't have to wear them for long periods of time, but I will not be wearing these to work, unfortunately. So that's why they're in the number 5 spot. However, they still made the list because so many people talk about how comfortable they are, and if you do have a narrow foot and you are thinking about maybe trying on some Hokas and you feel like they're a little bit too bulky and big for you because you have too narrow of a foot, I think maybe Asics would be a good brand for you to like look towards. So I will definitely have all the styles and everything listed down below in the description box. I'm willing to try out a ton more shoes for you guys. Leave your recommendations down below. I really love having different pairs of shoes so I can like sort of rotate throughout my work week, just because if you're using the same shoe every single day, you're really wearing out that cushion and not letting it re-expand. So I definitely recommend having more than just one shoe available. I 100% recommend buying athletic type socks. I tried to find a Bombas sort of dupe because I know that Bombas are something that nurses tend to gravitate towards because they hear about the sort of cushiony, compression-y sock type thing. However, I have actually found some sort of dupes to the ankle socks on Amazon that I'll be leaving down below. I think that those are also a super main reason that my feet are not always in pain anymore. But again, I'll leave everything linked down below. Let me know all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you like me or you like nursing videos, definitely subscribe if you want to. But that's going to be it for today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!